Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another segment of critical issues. Critical issues. Today, we'll be looking at the role of empathy and tolerance in feminism. So, we'll be using two icons, two people, two important personalities, two important personas as a way of trying to understand the role of what empathy. We'll be using Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie and Beyonce. These two people have done a lot for the movement called feminism. So we want to look at their brands of what feminism and the contradiction and disagreement between the two. Now, for those of you who do not know Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, she is a Nigerian, an award-winning essayist, a Nigerian, a novelist, and speaker. She is a MacArthur Genius Grant recipient and has spoken in front of the United Nations about the global refugee crisis, advocated for underrepresented culture, and talked about the need for feminism in Nigeria and around the globe. While Beyonce, on the other part, is a singer, an actor, and a popular culture icon. Beyonce sampled and included Adichie's TED Talk in her song called Flawless. In the song, snippets of Adichie delivering her TED in 2013 are played between verses. In the music video, Beyonce dances and glares at the camera, while Adichie could be heard saying things like, "We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much." You know, some people have argued that the song marked the beginning of Adichie's career, but I personally disagree. Adichie was already doing very well before the song, and it is my unmitigated opinion that the song did not do much to further Adichie's career. Now, let me read out what Adichie said concerning this. She said, let me read it out. Adichie herself said that I thought I'm a writer and have been for some time, and I refuse to perform in this charade that is now apparently expected of me. Thanks to Beyonce, my life will never be the same again. Adichie was also questioned about the kind of feminism that Beyonce promotes. Mind you, in the past, the writer had defended the singer about comments from critics who argued that Beyonce's overt sexuality should discount her from being referred to as what? A feminist. She should not be referred to as a feminist because of her overt sexuality, her almost nude disposition in her music videos. Then Adichie responded and said, whoever says they are feminist is bloody feminist. Adichie said this in 2014. In her interview with Volkskrant, a Dutch newspaper, the author also credited Beyonce with taking a stand on social and political issues over the last few years. After all this, Adichie now went further to admit that. I'm going to read out what she said. She said here, Beyonce's style is not my style. That is talking about feminism. She continued, her type of feminism is not mine, as it is the kind that at the same time gives quite a lot of space to the necessity of men. I think men are lovely, but I don't think that women should relate everything they do to men. Did they hurt me? Do I forgive him? Did they put a ring on my finger? We women are so conditioned to relate everything to men, she said. She continued, put a group of women together and the conversation will eventually be about men. Now put a group of men together and they will never talk about women at all. They will just talk about their own stuff. We women should spend about 20% of our time on men because it is fun, but otherwise, we should also be talking about our own stuff. This was Adichie's response to the question posed by the Dutch daily, the Volkskrant. In an interview about the upcoming Dutch translation of her essay version, the essay version of her speech, We Should All Be Feminists. I disagree with Adichie. There is nothing wrong with women relating most of what they do to men. After all, most of what men do relate to what women. I think she should have said something like that women should depend on themselves rather than depending on men. Women should have choice or choices as to how they want to live their lives. Women can't have men, tradition, or culture dictate to them how far they can aspire and how much they can achieve. When Beyonce said that if a man wants her, he should put a ring on it in a music video, this was not the expression from a woman who is subordinating to men. It is actually a woman who knows what she wants. And that is power. Men are very, very what necessary. There is nothing wrong with having a form of feminism that expresses the necessity of men. Okay? Feminism should not be limited by popular brands. We should encourage the expression of what diverse feminism. Feminism can be conservative, feminism can be vulgar, feminism can be expressive and conspicuous, feminism can be entertaining, feminism can also refrain from what? Entertainment. Feminism can express limited love for men. Feminism can also express unlimited, excessive love for what? Men. There is nothing wrong with if having diverse form of what? Feminism. I think the most important thing is what? Tolerance. Just like there are diverse churches, there should be different types and kinds of what? Feminism. I think feminism should be like a discipline with diverse fields, with different area of specialization. That way, it will accommodate many necessary views. I think feminism should be about power, expression of what? Female what? Powers. It should be about functioning with minimal limitation, just like men. I think the only limitation on the expressiveness of women should be only limitation bordering on morality, conscience, and law. These three things should be the only ceiling or limitation to how far a woman can go in this life. It is not, it is obvious to a lot of people that Beyonce is one of the powerful women who have not only embraced feminism in their words, but also in their deeds. She had embraced and advocated for women's power. That is the power to function and thrive in male-dominated what occupations. The power to be famous, wealthy, and powerful. The power to be beautiful and to act beautiful without condemnation. The power for a woman to aspire to be whatever she wants without being conditioned by what? By men, by culture, or by her surroundings. Now, my question is this: why do women who promote these things, these values, these things with assurance, why do they attract sanctions? Do they attract tongue lashing instead of praise and the accolades they deserve? For instance, people have questioned Beyonce's form of what feminism and women empowerment. There are those who want her to wear more clothes on stage to cover up her body more. Now, the question is, should feminism be about women being safe or holding back, just not to attract condemnation or not to appear offensive to certain people? Or should it be about what? Assertiveness and expressiveness? Now, should Beyonce be branded not a feminist for expressing her power in not so mainstream or conventional ways? Now, what is the standard for female expression of self? In my opinion, I don't think there is any standard. Just like men have power of expressiveness, women should too. Mind you, I'm not advocating for a lack of caution on the part of women. But what I'm saying is that whatever women do, the only limitation on their part should be about morality, conscience, and law. Should be the only limitation on how much they can aspire. Any other limitation beyond this is tantamount to what? To slavery, oppression, and patriarchy. Now, even Beyonce had openly declared herself as what? A feminist on a number of occasions, but some people want her to what? To conform to certain ideals before they can agree with her that she is actually what? A feminist. Now, if Beyonce were to conform or was to conform to the ideals as set by people who are speaking from what? From the perspective of what? Patriarchy, then all of the essence of what? Feminism will be what? Defeated. Because feminism is more or less about what? Not modification of what? Patriarchy. Beyonce has said, and let me read this out. He said, I think I'm a feminist in a way. In my opinion, I think that the expression of being a feminist and the intention to better the lot of women should be the primary substance of what? Feminism. Not about brand or what is convenient. Okay? We are now in a world where inclusiveness has become a thing. Gay people want to be included, bisexual people want to be included, different people. And inclusiveness is a thing right now. So when a man and a woman raises up their hand and says, I am a feminist, that person should be seen as what? A feminist. It's not about how they appear, okay? Or the fact that they wear less clothes, okay? Tolerance is key. People should be allowed to be feminists in their own way and in their own pace. Stop conditioning people. I don't think it is right for people to be conditioned on how to be what? Feminist. Now, seeing Beyonce's kind of feminism as entertainment or marketing is wrong on all levels. Beyonce tries to what? To express the fact that a woman can be what? Confident in whatever she does. And she's doing a very good job, a fantastic job. Okay? A woman comfortable in her own skin is power. I think everything is about choice. Even a woman who is a diva by choice is power. For instance, whatever a woman is, as long as she is that thing by choice, That is good. Being glamorous is powerful. A woman who advocates for conservatism, trying to conserve her body, cover herself up, is good if that is what she wants. A woman in Buddha, for instance, who wants to cover her entire body is okay as long as it is coming from her. She's not being told or conditioned to do that. I think the movement should be about choice for women. Okay, for as long as a woman is expressing herself, doing what she wants to do, then that is what female what empowerment. Uh, some people will say things like a feminist should never contradict herself for her to really be a feminist. But this our word is hinged on contradictions every time. Contradiction is the substance of our word. There is nothing wrong with contradicting yourself. Some we say Beyonce sang songs like "Independent Women," "We Run the World," and "Survivor," and yet she still went ahead to sing songs like "Cater to You," which is also a way of what saying taking care of men. You understand? There is nothing wrong with what contradicting yourself. It's part of what the substance of what life. Now, for instance, a mother, for instance, is not happy being a mother all the time. There are times they are angry. It's contradiction, and there are times they could not be happier being a mother. It's part of what we experience in this world. There's nothing wrong with contradiction. Our life is built on what? Contradictions. The problem is that this generation defines double standard for women. And that is where the problem is. So there is no way women can avoid such contradiction. A woman who wants to be independent will also aspire to be a mother or to be a woman to do things that women want to do. Is what is expected of them. So Beyonce being an independent woman and also craving for the traditional motherhood and womanhood by catering to her man is not wrong. Now, our world have become such that it is fulfilling these contradictions that makes a woman what? Complete. A woman, an independent woman who does not embrace motherhood will never be seen as complete. Okay? And a woman who embraces motherhood without asserting independence is also not what? Complete. I think the problem is that these critics do not understand what feminism is all about. So contradiction is part and parcel of being what? A woman. And one cannot stop being a woman because of what? Feminism. Women having choice is what empowerment is all about. Women should have choice on how they express themselves, on how they use their own body. Okay? So this is feminism. So like I said earlier, the problem is what understanding of what the word feminism. So a feminist is simply a person who advocates for equal right between men and what women. No one said a man is the same thing as a woman. They are not equal. Biologically, they are wired to be what different. Women give birth, a man cannot give birth. So it is not about women becoming men. The movement is about women fulfilling themselves as what? Women. It's about men and women having equal what? Opportunities. Men and women are not equal, but feminism advocates for making them what? Equal. And men and women can also be what? Feminists. Thank you. So my name is Unwiti Nelson Ikechukwu. Please subscribe to my channel. So this series is called what? Critical Issues. Okay, we'll be taking a discourse on so many aspects, so many topics. So we'll look at feminism, we'll look at other things that relate to what is going on in the world. So please subscribe. Please subscribe. When you go, you view the video, please try to watch, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Okay? Then you can also turn on the notification. Okay? Thank you very much. God bless you. And have a nice day. See you all soon.